How are you, and welcome to the Puerto Rican restaurant channel. Today we'll be making pink beans, better known as habichuela rosada guisada. Okay, so now to make the pink beans, I have here a 16-ounce bag of pink beans. So what I did was use half of it, and I put it in this pot with water, halfway filling the pot with the half a pack of beans, and I left that overnight. Okay, so you want to leave them soaking overnight so they get a little bit more tender and they're easier to cook. They won't take that long. Okay, so now since I've left this in water, what I'm going to do is dump out the water. Okay, just like so. So just like that. And as you can see, the beans have plumped up. So that's exactly what we want. And this is the time that you want to kind of pick out any beans that may not look that great, or they're sometimes these little like rocks in the beans. So it's a good time to discard them, okay? But this bunch looks pretty good. Yeah, it does. Pretty good. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take this and we're going to fill it up to about halfway once again, okay? So I would probably say maybe 4 cups. And that's good. And now we're going to put this over by the stove. We're going to turn on the stove. And what I want to do is I'm going to put it on high. Putting on the lid. And what I am going to do is add 1 teaspoon of salt. Some people say that the salt actually makes them cook slower, but that is not true. So you could add salt to your convenience, okay? So I just put 1 teaspoon of salt and I put it at high flame, and we are going to be back in about half an hour, 45 minutes, okay? Okay, so now it has been about 35 minutes, and the beans have reduced. So you want them to reduce. You don't want the beans to be too dry with no juice. So now we're going to add another half a cup of water. We're going to add another half a cup of water, so that's in there already. We're going to add a tablespoon of ground garlic, a tablespoon of coriander. We're going to add 1 teaspoon of oregano and a half teaspoon of cumin. And now we are going to add some tomato sauce. So with the tomato sauce, we're going to add about, let me just rinse this. So we're going to add about a good 3 tablespoons, okay? So 3 tablespoons of tomato sauce. There we go. We have that in there. And now what we're going to do is we're going to give it a little spin, okay? So we're going to spin this just like that. Beautiful. And now we're going to add a little of this. I love this. It gives it color. So this is a little bee hole. I believe that's how you pronounce it. So we're going to put that, and we're going to put about, oh my God, I just made a mess here. Oh my God. Oh my Lord. Okay, so we're going to do about a 1/4 teaspoon. I'm just so messy. Okay, so that's to give it color. So we're going to do that. We're going to add a tiny bit more. So you want the beans to have a nice, rich, beautiful color. Okay, so now, of course, we cannot forget the Puerto Rican sofrito. It's going to make it taste amazing. So we're going to put about, let's say, 1.5 teaspoons. So here we go, 1 teaspoon and a half, or make it 2. Let's make it 2 teaspoons, because this sofrito is truly going to give it such an amazing taste. And there you go. Notice that I have the stove on a medium to low flame, okay, because now we want the beans to soften up and to get more like a stew, un guisado, okay. So here in my cutting board I have some cooking ham, so this would end up being maybe about a half a cup of cooking ham. So this is it here. I went to the butcher shop and they just cut it up for me. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this and just kind of dice it. So we're going to dice this just like so, little cubes, and then we're going to put that in the beans. Okay, so we basically diced up all the ham. Now it's time to just throw it in there. There we go. And here we have some calabaza, some pumpkin. Okay, so if you go to the market, it's probably going to look like this. And what I did was just peel it. You want to peel off the skin. And now what we're going to do is we're going to cube this up as well. You could leave it chunky. You could dice it up a little smaller. It's really your preference. So right now I'm just going to cut it however. Because this is going to kind of melt in. And it's going to give it such a great flavor. It's going to give it a Swedish flavor, which is going to be nice. Alright, so we're going to put that in there. Oops. And now we're going to give it a good stir. So I'm just going to rinse this off. And give this a good stir and a taste as well, okay? Because you always want to taste. It might need a little more salt. Let's check it out. Hopefully I don't get burned. Very, very good. So what we're going to do is we're going to continue to let that cook, and we're going to add some carrots, just like so. So I just took two carrots, and I have 1 potato already cut in 4, which I'm gonna cut those into another 4. So you just take a potato and dice it about 12 times, 15 times. And now put that in there. And what I'm gonna add now is another teaspoon of salt. I'm going to use Himalayan salt. You could use the salt of your choice. And just 1 more teaspoon. And that's it. So what we're going to do now is just stir it up. And on low flame and let it cook. Okay? So, okay guys. So it's been about maybe 15 minutes or so that we have it cooking, and I just wanted to give you a close-up look at how this looks, and the color of it looks pretty tasty. It doesn't have that much water, so that's about the right amount of water. You don't want it to be so like liquidy. You want it to get a little substance, you know. So now what we're going to do is we're just going to leave it covered for about another 15 minutes, a good half an hour, 35 minutes in total, and then it should be ready. Alright, so we'll be back. So I almost forgot. What I am doing now is adding about half a cup of olives, which I have rinsed underwater about 3 times, okay, to make sure that they don't make the beans so salty. And I'm putting them in whole, just like that, about half a cup or quarter cup. If you don't like olives, don't put olives at all. And there you go. Okay, so now the beans are ready. So it's been about an hour and a half in total. And now it's time to get them into this little bowl and taste them, okay? So, it's really nice, and actually I forgot to tell you guys, once you're cooking it, it might dry out a little bit. Just add a little bit more water, which I did. I added about another half a cup of water, okay? So if you have to add another half a cup to a cup of water so it doesn't dry out, do so, okay? And so now I'm just gonna get this in here and show you guys. So this has ham, olives, and look how delicious and fragrant they smell. Okay, so now it's gonna be time to taste. Now is the best time of every video, which is to taste it. At least for me to taste it, because you can't taste it. So here goes. It looks so delicious. I mean, you can't really see because once again my mom is the camera woman and she doesn't know how to focus, but I wish I could show you closer, but it's okay. Now let's taste it. It's really hot, so I'm gonna try once again not to burn myself. It looks and smells amazing. Wow. Really good. I can't wait to have this today with my white rice, and I made some pork loin. So I just said, you know what, let me make this video because sometimes I don't have a chance. And believe it or not, this clip that we did right now to taste it, we did like 5 times because my mom, you know, gotta love her. But I'm so grateful that she helps me with these videos. So I love you guys. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Remember, go to www.thefreakinricanrestaurant.com. Order your pasteles, your sofrito, your mugs. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram. I love you so much. Please share this and comment below if you have any problems. I'll guide you through it. Okay.